Yesterday, Donald Trump made a trip down to the southern border so he could talk about how horrible the immigration crisis is here in the United States under Joe Biden, and he did a little press conference. In the press conference, he's seated right there next to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, talking about how horrible immigration is, and Fox News and other conservative outlets were running this press conference. It was must-see TV for conservatives. And then Fox News had to abruptly cut away from Donald Trump. Suddenly, they didn't like what he had to say and had to steer the conversation back towards immigration in their studio. So what was it that Donald Trump was saying that made Fox News so jittery? Well, here's the clip. Take a look.
And we better get our elections straightened out, because you're going to have a runaway country. You're going to have a banana republic. You're going to have a third world country here pretty soon, because our elections are a mess. But I just want to thank all of the sheriffs that are my friends. I want
to President Trump with Governor Greg Abbott there, going to view some things along the border. Let's bring in Fox and Friends co-host Brian Kilmeade, also host of a new season of What Made America Great on Fox Nation. All right, Brian, what are you watching for?
Okay, so he went a little off script, right? You're supposed to be down there talking about what was your signature issue, the border, building the border wall, but instead you're whining and crying like a child about an election that you still claim was stolen from you, making all these absurd, ridiculous claims that you know you can't back up. And even Fox News was like, all right, enough. Look, bring it back to the studio. We're going to steer the conversation back towards immigration so we can get our base all riled up, to make our viewers give them that red meat that they love so much, because this guy, who knows where the hell he's going to land with all this. But it's ridiculous. And I don't, frequently agree with Fox News, obviously, but this was a good decision. And I think it's also a good decision because that network knows what can happen when you allow kooks on your network to just spew all these election lies. After all, they are facing, lawsuits from the voting companies for allowing people to come on their networks to basically say similar things to what Donald Trump was saying in that press conference. Now, it's a little shocking that some of the other networks who are also facing the same lawsuits didn't immediately cut away too, because this is the kind of thing that, yes, it could be used against you in those defamation lawsuits. Part of the thing here is that you're not supposed to be pushing this big lie that the election was stolen, and yet here this idiot is down there, southern border, supposed to be getting Republicans all riled up. Instead, it turns out to be another one of Trump's greatest hit speeches, talking about the thing that, as I've predicted, he's going to talk about every single time you put a camera in front of his face. Trump is never going to be able to let this go. He is going to continue to talk about the 2020 election until he is physically unable to speak anymore. We're going to deal with this for the rest of his life. And to be honest, I think the Republicans, especially the folks at Fox News, they were annoyed by this, not because, maybe it's bad for their defamation suits, maybe it's not, but they wanted red meat for the viewers. They have been pushing this immigration issue for months, basically since, a couple days after Joe Biden was sworn in. They started talking about, oh my God, the migrant hordes at the border. Ted Cruz went down there, Lindsey Graham went down there. All the Republicans have gone down there. You've got Republican governors sending their National Guards down to the border to make it seem like there's this massive crisis that we absolutely cannot handle. Donald Trump was the immigration guy, and he blew it for him. This was their golden opportunity to steer the conversation nationally to immigration, and Trump, being the whiner that he is, ruined it for them.
One of today's video sponsors is the Nebia by Moen Spa Shower. An absolutely gorgeous new shower head, actually designed by engineers from Tesla, NASA, and Apple. And this new shower head is giving you 81% more coverage than competitors, while at the same time giving you a 45% water savings. So it does more with even less. And installation could not be easier. This shower head installs in 15 minutes or less. You don't need plumbers, you don't need contractors, you don't have to bust up any tile. It goes right up there, no problem. And this really does create a spa-like experience in the shower. I've been using this product for a while now, and let me tell you, it leaves you feeling refreshed, energized, and just ready to take on the day. It is such a wonderful way to start each and every day. And of course, Nebia also offers lots of other products for your showers too. They have shower curtains. They have shower shelves to help keep everything organized so it's not falling all over the place. And of course, right now for our Ring of Fire viewers, they have a wonderful offer. The Nebia by Moen Spa Shower starts at $199, and for Ring of Fire listeners, we have a deal for you. The first 100 people to use code ROF at Nebia.com are going to get 10% off all Nebia products. Nebia rarely does a deal like this, so this is a great deal to jump on. Go to Nebia.com/ROF, that's NEBIA.com/ROF, to check out what they have to offer. And again, the first 100 people to use the code ROF when checking out are going to save 10% on all Nebia products. Again, that's Nebia.com/ROF and enter code ROF at checkout for 10% off.